Wait a sec. What if I told you a battle-tested $580 rifle absolutely smokes your $2,000 AR-15 in every key metric? Yeah, and the big box gun shops are hiding this from you because they make zero profit on it. Today I'm dropping 10 underrated rifles that group tighter than a Seekins Precision DMR. 2 of them cheaper than the average AR upper you impulse bought last weekend. Hit that subscribe and bell right now because the intel I'm unleashing could slash your next build budget by thousands. Let's dive in. Often dubbed the Swiss Army knife of the modern gun world, the Kel-Tec SU16C seems tailor-made for survivalists, preppers, adventurers, and outdoorsmen. If you see one out in the wild, grab it because these unicorns are hard to get a hold of. Kel-Tec is known for making some of its more unique firearms in small batches that sell out quickly. There are several versions of this rifle, but the SU16C with its underfolder stock is by far my favorite. The designer came up with a way to fold the SU16 in half so that the fire control group folds with the stock and is therefore separate from the bolt-in upper receiver. This way it can't fire in this compact position, but can be stored just as if it had a folding stock. This is a huge benefit and not really a hindrance, as the rifle can be made ready to fire in seconds. Sure, it couldn't fire from a folded position like a Ruger Mini 14 with a folding stock, but it could be packed away like one. At just 4.7 pounds and 25.5 inches folded with a 16-inch barrel, this makes a perfect backpack gun for hiking or storing in a trunk. A Picatinny rail allows you to mount the optic of your choice to aid in long-range accuracy. Additionally, the SU16 is gas piston operated, keeping gas and carbon buildup away from the action. A compact semi-auto 22 conversion would be great, although one can purchase a 223 to 22 LR single-shot chamber adapter from MCA Sports to have an emergency ammo option or for taking small game without a lot of noise. If you're interested in adding a rifle to your collection that goes perfectly with your survival supplies, the SU16C is it. At first glance, the Sig Sauer MCX Spear LT seems like just another AR-15, but that isn't the case. The Spear LT is a close relative of the XM7, the rifle developed for the U.S. Army's Next Generation Squad Weapon Program as a replacement for their legacy 5.56x45mm M4A1 carbine. The MCX Spear LT was designed to incorporate the best features of the AR-15 into a more modern platform. The design would keep the AR-15's general layout, but optimize it for use with a sound suppressor, modern optics, and mission-essential accessories while providing a folding stock. The controls are well designed, and I really like the right side bolt release. M-lock slots in the M1913 rail allow a variety of accessories to be easily mounted. The folding stock's a real asset. Reliability is excellent, and zero issues or malfunctions of any type were reported. Finally, field stripping the MCX Spear LT is straightforward. Plus, due to optics and accessories adding noticeable weight, the MCX Spear LT was designed to be lighter, better balanced, and quicker handling than the older AR-15s. Downside's the price. The MSRP is fairly steep at $2,729, so it's priced similar to other high-end semi-auto rifles intended for professional use. Used by operators and military units all over the world, the FN SCAR 16S needs no introduction. Based on its big brother, the 17S and 308 Winchester, the 16S is chambered in 5.56 NATO. It featured the iconic side-folding boot stock with adjustable comb height and length of pull. The SCAR 16S accepts most standard AR-15 magazines, but has some issues with Magpul Gen 2 PMags, which can cause damage to the rifle due to the feed lip design slightly raising the bolt hold-open device even while loaded. This gas-operated rotating bolt rifle has a 16.25-inch barrel with a 1-in-7 twist rate. Further, the ambidextrous magazine release and safety paired with the reciprocating charging handle that can be moved to either the left or right side allow the rifle to work well with both left and right-handed shooters. Moreover, in 2021, FN upgraded the SCAR, and it now features a non-reciprocating charging handle. I personally love this as much or more than my AR, from the handling to the accuracy and recoil management, so if you have the money, I can't recommend the SCAR enough. After its debut at the Last SHOT Show, the PSA VUK received a flurry of feedback requesting a design that stays more faithful to the classic AK styling. PSA has responded by implementing several aesthetic and functional changes that blend tradition with innovation. One of the first notable changes is the inclusion of a 4.5mm trunnion reminiscent of the AK-47, which allows the integration of a sure-shot armament stock. The VUK takes another step towards modernization with its AK-19 style grip, designed to fit an AR-15 platform. This hybrid approach means the VUK accepts AR-15 fire control and grips, offering flexibility and comfort. Additionally, the redesigned mag release paddle offers dual-action functionality, allowing for a push-down or push-out mechanism to release the magazine, which improves the handling under various shooting conditions. The VUK's upper receiver will see significant enhancements, including the relocation of the charging handle to the bolt, aligning it more closely with traditional AK mechanics rather than the AR-style setup found in PSA's Jackal rifle model. This adjustment has allowed for the incorporation of a bolt hold open feature, enhancing the functionality and user experience. PSA also took user feedback into account regarding the rear sight, which many found too blocky and high in previous models. The lower handguard, made from polymer, promises greater compatibility with aftermarket accessories, opening up a wealth of customization options. Palmetto State Armory's VUK is shaping up to be a formidable addition to the firearms market, promising to deliver a blend of tradition and modernity that'll resonate well with a wide audience. All right, so let's talk about the Henry AR-7, because this thing is a serious contender when it comes to survival firearms. And I'm not just saying that because it's my personal favorite for this kind of situation. People often don't give it enough credit for how effective it can be. The AR-7 is chambered in a .22 LR and boasts a blowback semi-automatic action, so you can get those follow-up shots in quick if you need to. The gun's a blast to shoot and comes with 2 8-round magazines. 8 rounds are more than enough for most situations, but extended magazines are available and are reasonably affordable. When packed, this thing is tiny, like seriously compact. It weighs just 3.5 pounds and breaks down into 2 pieces. You can stash the action, barrel, and 2 mags right into the stock, making it super portable and protecting those crucial parts. The stock can float and is made from hard polymer. And assembly? No tools required, just snap it together and you're good to go. The top of the receiver sports a short rail, but a mounted optic won't allow the gun to be stored in the stock. Priced at $290, the Henry AR-7 stands out as one of the top choices among .22 LR rifles for those seeking a reliable survival firearm. IWI US has developed a semi-automatic model of its Carmel rifle system, bringing it to the American market. Based on the combat-proven Israeli weapons system, the stateside Carmel will come in 5.56 NATO and features a short-stroke gas piston-operated action, along with many of the components that made its predecessor great in the hands of professional operators. What makes the Carmel intriguing is that it's made from steel, aluminum, and high-strength impact-modified polymer, and is entirely bilateral with left and right side safety levers, magazine releases, and bolt catches. IWI US issues a non-reciprocating charging handle, which is left and right side operational too. The action utilizes a rotating bolt system similar to the AR-15's design, and thanks to the 2-position gas regulator, switching the rifle into suppress mode is not only quite simple, it's effective at maintaining reliability. All metal parts of the IWI US Carmel are corrosion resistant, and the 16-inch barrel is a cold hammer forged steel unit that's chrome lined for durability and free floating for enhanced accuracy. A Picatinny rail traverses the entirety of the upper receiver for mounting optics and accessories. M-LOK slots at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions pave the way for additional accessory mounting. QD sockets are only found throughout. The buttstock is not only adjustable for length of pull and cheek height, it's a folding unit that helps reduce the overall size without losing functionality, allowing the gun to collapse to a reduced length of only 26.75 inches. Fully extended, the IWI US Carmel measures 37.25 inches long, and unloaded, the rifle weighs 8 pounds 2 ounces without a magazine. The suggested retail price on the Carmel is $1,799. When it comes to high-end, multi-caliber rifles, the Robinson Armament XCR is tough to beat. Obviously, we're picking the 5.56 model, and to simplify things, let's go with the XCR-L. The XCR-L combines the reliability of the AK-47's gas-operated piston-driven system, 3-lug rotating bolt, beefy extractor, and fixed ejector with the superior ergonomics and accuracy of the AR platform, with a dash of FNFAL for added finesse. Using a 5-setting gas system, the shooter can adjust the rifle to use the absolute minimal amount of gas needed to cycle the action. The XCR does use AR-15 magazines, a big selling point as far as I'm concerned, and features factory-installed ambidextrous controls for safety, bolt, and magazine release. The Picatinny rail on top and the M-LOK rail system on the sides and bottom are machined parallel with the trunnion that holds in the barrel. This ensures that the sights, optics, and other accessories are aligned with the bore of the barrel. If 5.56 isn't enough, converting to various calibers is hardly an issue. Caliber conversions require a hex wrench, a few minutes of your time, and a bit of practice. With a simple barrel and bolt swap, the XCR can fire not only the standard 5.56 by 45mm NATO, but also, with the appropriate conversion parts, 7.62 by 39mm, 5.45 by 39mm, 6.8mm Remington SPC, 300 Blackout, and 6.5 Grendel. Besides the different calibers, you then have to decide whether you want a regular fixed stock or a folding stock. In addition, there's the barrel, which on the XCR-L can be selected from 10.5 inches to 20 inches. Instead of having to buy multiple rifles or even multiple uppers, you keep the same rifle and change out the barrel, bolt, and magazine. Same controls, same optics, sling, flashlights, plus it's plenty accurate, soft shooting, and reliable. The suggested retail price on the XCR-L is $2,200. Compatible with standard AR-15 mags, this unique modern bullpup-style rifle offers rifle performance in a compact package. The Springfield Hellion, it's a semi-auto, U.S. legal configuration of the company's VHS-2 rifle. The design has been tested and refined through military trials and has been adopted by several groups of armed professionals around the globe. Because the core features of the Hellion are the same as the VHS-2, it should prove to be an incredibly reliable and durable rifle, but a few changes have been made to make it better suited for the U.S. market. One of those changes was adding compatibility with Stanog AR-15 magazines, which are a little more plentiful in the U.S. than the original VHS-2's G36 mags. Regardless of what feeding device is used, the Hellion is a 5.56 by 45mm rifle with a 16-inch barrel and a package that's only 28.25 inches long. It uses a short-stroke gas piston system with 2 settings of adjustment, and it weighs 8 pounds unloaded. Other features include an ambidextrous charging handle and safety, an adjustable stock with a cheek riser and QD sling points on both sides of the rifle stock and handguard. The case ejection system is reversible too, making the Hellion a great choice for lefties. As for mounting accessories and optics, the handguard has M-LOK slots and a generous amount of Picatinny rail spanning the top portion of the rifle. Flip-up iron sights were integrated into the design as well. While it may be new to us here in the U.S., the Hellion's quickly gaining traction, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see it become one of the most popular bullpup rifles on the market. When shooters think about modern rifles, Israel Weapons Industries Tavor is probably what comes to mind. Among the most popular bullpup rifle in the States, the Tavor X95 is decked out for top performance by anybody who gets behind its trigger. Starting there, the rifle has a downright excellent trigger, breaking at a crisp 5 to 6 pounds. For bullpup fans, this is worth the price of entry alone, but the 5.56 NATO rifle has more to offer, including ambidextrous controls, ample optics rail, as well as rails at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions, standard magazine compatibility, and plenty of sling mounting points. Ergonomics are right on the money too. An ample forend facilitates the utmost control and makes transitioning targets frighteningly quick. Given the Tavor is a kitten in the recoil department, you can make its nimbleness pay off. As to the tail of the tape, the rifle boasts a 16-inch barrel and is a compact 26 inches in overall length. The long-stroke-operated X95 weighs in at a very comfortable 7.9 pounds, hefty enough to make it extremely manageable, particularly shot to shot. Overall, there are few nits to pick with what IWI offers up in the X95.